Hello everyone, I am Bhanu from Gogula, a full stack web engineer, and thank you for joining my session on migrating articles from Salesforce to AEM Guides. Before we proceed with the discussion, I have a disclaimer to share. The views and opinions shared in this presentation are my own and do not represent the views or official position of my current and previous employers. The content is based on general industry knowledge and publicly available information. No sensitive or confidential information will be shared during this talk. Today, we'll talk about importance of AEM guides and how to migrate content from Salesforce to AEM guides efficiently while minimizing downtime and ensuring data integrity. A little bit background about me. I'm a technical professional with more than 10 years of experience developing software for various industries. I hold a master's degree in computer science from the University of Central Missouri, USA. As a full stack developer, I bring expertise in both front-end and back-end development, adding value and innovation to every project I worked on. In this talk, let's talk about introduction to data and importance of AEM guides, extracting article information from Salesforce, HTML page creation of each article, cleaning HTML and updating paths, HTML to data conversion, uploading content into AEM guides, validation, advantage of this migration approach. In today's world, organizations deal with a lot of content, so they need a strong system to create, manage, and share it easily. While Salesforce work well for managing customer relationships, it does not have all the tools needed for complex content management. AEM Guides is a better choice because it offers powerful features like advanced data support, tools for organized content creation, and smooth content delivery. Before we dive into migration process, let's first discuss two approaches for content creation: linear documentation and component-based content management system, CCMS. In a linear documentation approach, content is created in the straightforward sequential manner. When the same content is needed in the other document or sections, it has to be copied again and again, instead of just linking to it. This creates a lot of duplicate content and unnecessary work. Let's look at an example. Imagine we have a document A and document B. Both documents contain the same information about a specific product feature. With linear documentation, we should have to copy this content into both documents separately. If there are any updates to the product feature, you will need to go to document A and document B individually and make the changes. This duplication can lead to several challenges. The main thing is reduced maintainability. Each time you make a change, you must ensure that the update is made in every place where the content appears. And it increases workload, like a manual updating multiple documents is time consuming and increases the chance of errors. As you can see in this slide, a small update in topic 2 now has to be made in multiple places. As the number of document grows, this becomes even more time consuming and difficult to manage. So now coming to component-based documents with the CCMS, this is where actually a component CCMS really helps. Unlike linear documentation, CCMS gives us a much easier way to manage and reuse content. With CCMS, we can break content into smaller reusable chunks that we can link wherever needed. This means we don't have to copy content over and make updates much simpler. In this diagram, the content is broken down into smaller pieces called topics. A map is used to organize and combine the needed topics into a document. We use a built-in data tool to generate the map in the required format, which means by using the existing topic, the map can be generated in PDF, ebooks, mobile, desktop, web format. We don't need to create separately. Let's look at an example, this one. Let's say document A and document B both have a section that describes the same product feature. Instead of copying that content into each document, CCMS allows us to create a content pieces for the future. Then we can just link this piece into a document A and document B and any other documents that need product feature information. Now, If we need to update the product feature description, we just update the content chunk in one place. Thanks to the linking feature, this change is instantly reflected in document A, document B, and everywhere else this content chunk is used. This has several advantages like no duplication. The content only exists once, so there is no need to manage multiple copies. Easy updates, updating content becomes much quicker since you only need to make the change once. Better organization. CCMS keeps your content organized by breaking into smaller parts that are easy to reuse. So with CCMS, updating information across documents is no longer a repetitive task. Instead, it is efficient and scalable, allowing you to maintain accuracy along all your content. Now coming to actual migration process, according to industry guidelines, the migration process can be completed in 6 steps. The first step is extracting article information. The first step is to pull the content out of Salesforce. Imagine we have thousands of articles stored in Salesforce, and we need to get each article's title, article content, and any metadata related to that particular article. And we need to extract that into the format that we can move over to AEM. To do this efficiently, we use a tool called Selenium Wire. This tool helps us automate the process, meaning we don't have to manually copy and paste every article. Selenium Wire goes to the Salesforce and pulls out all the information we need efficiently with the minimal risk of errors. In simple terms, Selenium Wire acts like a robot collecting data for us so we can focus on other parts of the migration. Once this content is collected, we are ready for the next step. And I had provided some code sample snippet for the better understanding. It will help you more clearly. Now, coming to the second step, creating HTML pages. Once we extract data from the Salesforce, the next step is to create individual HTML pages for each article. The HTML pages will act as a temporary format before we convert the content into data which AEM uses. In this step, we take the title, content, and metadata from each article and put them into a HTML structure. This setup organizes everything into neat mini web pages, making it easy to work in the following steps. Each article becomes its own HTML file, complete with the title, content, and make the transition into AEM smoother. Now coming to step number 3, cleaning HTML and updating relative paths. Now that our content is in HTML format, it's time to clean up the code and make sure everything works properly when we move to AEM. This is where we make sure the images, links, and other resources are linked correctly. Updating path. First, we check all the paths in our HTML files are correct. For example, if an article has an image, we want to make sure that image will show up correctly in AEM. We update these paths so that they are ready to AEM system. We'll make sure all these relative paths are updated according to the HTML cleanup. When here we use a tool called GTD to clean up the HTML. This tool goes through the code and fixes any errors, make sure that HTML files are neat and well formatted. This step helps avoid problems later on when we convert HTML into data XML files. In simple words, this step like doing a quick cleanup for our files to make sure everything looks and works correctly in the new system. Now converting HTML to data. After cleaning the HTML, the next step is to converting HTML into data XML files. Here in the XML usually has topics and maps. Data is a way of organizing content by breaking into a smaller topic-based pieces, make it easier to manage, update, and reuse in different documents. Let's talk about a few important features of AEM Guides. In AEM Guides, we organize content into specific types like a content, task, reference, topic, map. By structuring content into these categories, we create a clear, organized way to present information that makes easy to locate and reuse. Another great advantages of data is that it allows multiple delivery points. This means we can publish the same content in different formats for various platforms. For example, with the Data Open Toolkit, we can take one set of content and easily turn into different formats such as web pages, PDFs, or mobile-friendly versions. The best part is that we don't have to create the content each time for different formats. The Data tool handles the transformation, so the same content can be used across multiple platforms. This saves time, reduces effort, and ensure that all versions stay consistent no matter how people view the content. Another big advantage of Data is rebranding flexibility. Data make it easy to update content to match rebranding, colors, or theme. Because the content is organized and structured, reused chunks, you can quickly make changes that apply across the documents. For example, if a company logo or design style changes, you only need to update in one place. Then Data automatically applies that update throughout every document where the content is used, saving time and effort while keeping everything consistent. Another example is like with the product name changes. Let's say a product name is rebranded and its name changed, but its product name is mentioned in thousands of articles. With Data, you don't have to update every article separately. Instead, you can change the product name in a central variable or a key map. Wherever the product name is used, it will update automatically in all the documents, making rebranding quick, accurate, and efficient. So once coming to the fifth step, this is where we are uploading content into AEM Guides. Once our articles are in Data format, they are ready to be uploaded into AEM Guides. This is a step where we transfer the content from our local files to AEM, which is a web-based system. To upload the content smoothly, we use a tool called ACS Common Asset Importer. This tool ensures that every piece of content, including titles, body, text, images, and metadata, gets moved into AEM correctly. Imagine we are putting our organized content into a digital bookshelf. AEM Guides becomes a system that stores everything neatly and let us manage it all in one place. Now, once everything is completed, here the final step is a validation. In this step, we double check everything we need to make sure that all the articles and images appear correctly in AEM, make sure all the links works, and metadata, whatever we extracted with respect to article, is in a proper place. In validation, we go through each article in AEM to ensure that it looks the way it should and everything functions properly. If any issues comes up, we can catch and fix them before we finish the migration. Now coming to advantages of this migration approach, automation and efficiency. By automating the process from extraction to final validation, we reduce the need for manual effort and save significant time. Data integrity. Each step of the migration is structured to maintain the integrity and consistency of the content. Scalability. This utility is designed to handle migration of various sizes, from a few articles to thousands. And multiple validation points ensures that errors are detected early, minimizing the risk. By automating the entire migration process, the solution can potentially save substantial resources and resulting in significant cost reduction. So migrating content from Salesforce to AEM Guides offers a more powerful and efficient way to manage your content by moving from linear documentation to component-based system. So you improve the way the content is created, maintained, and reused. This process not only saves time and money, but also positions your organization for long-term success in managing growing content needs. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope this gives you a clear understanding of why migrating to AEM Guides is beneficial for your content management. Thank you.